and good evening. Welcome to Union Settlement Spring Benefit. I'm Latifa Odedina, Chair of the Benefit Committee and your hostess with the mostest this evening. I'm here at Union Settlement's newly renovated Washington Houses Community Center, the hub of our youth services program. I'm very excited to be here with you this evening, and we're so appreciative that you decided to spend your evening with us. We were hopeful that we would have been able to do this in person, but here we are. However, we're not going to let the virtual situation steal our joy. We're still going to have a fantastic time together. Who's with me on that? Good. I have a positive feeling that we'll be able to see in person soon at our next event. But until then, we have a wonderful evening planned. If you enjoyed that opening number, there's a lot more where that came from as we celebrate the great work Union Settlement has continued to do despite the hardships of recent times and look forward to better times. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our distinguished honorees and awardees of the evening. Andreas Drakopoulos, Reggie Harwell and Pia Flanagan, law firm partner Epstein Becker Green, and corporate partner Avalon Bay Communities, Inc. We'll learn more about them and their commitment to Union Settlement throughout the evening. Tonight, we're also pleased to welcome and introduce Jennifer Geiling, our new Chief Executive Officer, who joined Union Settlement a few weeks ago. Fun fact, although Union Settlement has been in existence for 127 years, Jennifer is only the 12th executive leader. A bit later, you'll hear from Jennifer, the executive team, and David Nocenti, the former executive director. I would like to thank Dave for leading the organization to new heights during his 13 years of dedicated leadership. Union Settlement has been serving the East Harlem community for 127 years. That makes it the oldest and largest social service provider in the neighborhood, which is one of the city's poorest, most underserved communities, and sadly is a community that has really felt the brunt of the past couple of years. Over 2 years ago, Union Settlement closed its physical doors to programming and opened up its virtual doors in a matter of days to continue serving the community. During the early days of the pandemic, when things were changing as quickly as we put a plan in place, Union Settlement continued to adapt. The only program that did not go virtual was our Meals on Wheels program, which continued and still continues to serve 500 meals per day to our homebound seniors. As we learned more and with guidance from state and local officials, we began offering some of our programs in person, while first and foremost doing everything we could to keep our staff and participants safe and continuing to provide high-quality programs. I'm proud to share with all of you that our programs are now operating in person. We also continue to offer a mix of virtual and hybrid programming, and honestly, I think the flexibility that this affords us is one of the silver linings from the pandemic. Despite all of the challenges we face, there's a path forward. And as always, Union Settlement is leading the way as we have done for over 127 years. We're hopeful for the future and thrilled that you are all a part of our rich history and legacy. I hope you all have something to sip on or nibble on, or perhaps something from our yellow box for those of you that received one. And if you don't already, here's your time to go ahead and grab something, because we're gonna have a merry evening. And I think I'll also get myself a little something while you watch this next video.
Hello, my name is Assembly Member Edward Gibbs, and I am delighted to join everyone here at Union Settlement's 2022 Spring Benefit to recognize and honor the great work they do here in East Harlem. If I had 127 tongues, I couldn't thank Union Settlement enough for the 127 years of commitment they provided to this community. I really do appreciate all the wonderful services that you guys provide to the East Harlem community. So again, I thank you, and I thank you. Congratulations.
What do you do?
Oh, we're back. Before we introduce our first award, I want to thank the Board of Directors of Union Settlement, who generously give their time, expertise, and resources to make our organization strong and effective. We're so grateful to you. I also want to thank the Benefit Committee for their support in putting together this event. I would like to thank our generous sponsors, Diamond sponsor Stavros Niarchos Foundation, Silver sponsors Avalon Bay Communities Inc., Ruth Packman and Don Falati, Bronze sponsors Bill and Jan Arnold, Vani and TJ Duane, Edward Fitzpatrick, Kex CNC, Don Zappetti and Patrick Sullivan. Friend sponsors BTQ Financial, Jagdeep and Shashi Dayal, Jennifer and Greg Geiling and family, Brad and Sharon Green, Eli and Jennifer Gross, Mickey and Bob Carson, Mass Mutual, Mount Sinai Hospital, Mutual of America, David Nocenti and Andrea Shapiro Davis, Amy Sherman, Robin Sparkman, and Howard Robbins. Most of all, the board and I want to thank the staff of Union Settlement who have worked incredibly hard throughout the pandemic to support the needs of our participants while going through this ordeal themselves. A few housekeeping notes. We would like you to engage with us throughout the evening, so please use the chat box. Our board members and staff are eager to chat with you, and the chat box is on the right-hand side of your screen. Also, throughout the evening, we invite you to donate to continue to support the essential services of Union Settlement. Be sure to click the donate button, also on the right side of your screen. Your support this evening and throughout the year is critical for us to have the needed resources to continue to serve the 10,000 East Harlem residents we serve each year. Now, I'm pleased to introduce you to Salik Khan, Union Settlement board member, who serves with me on the Benefit Committee. He'll present our first award of the evening.
Hi, I'm Salik Khan, a member of Union Settlement Board of Directors. I'm pleased to be here with you to present our first award of the evening, the Law Firm Partner Award, to Epstein Becker Green. Epstein Becker Green is a national law firm with a primary focus on healthcare and life sciences, employment, labor, workforce management, and litigation and business disputes. They devote substantial time and effort to pro bono work each year, and Union Settlement has been fortunate to have received pro bono assistance from Epstein Becker Green for over 40 years. It is my pleasure to present the 2022 Law Firm Partner Award to Epstein Becker Green. Please welcome Dean Silverberg to accept the award. Dean is a partner with the firm and is going on his 36th year providing legal counsel to Union Settlement.
Thank you, Salik Khan, for your most kind and gracious remarks about Epstein, Becker, and Green and me. We are very honored and most delighted to be selected this year's recipient of Union Settlement's Law Firm Partner Award. EBG has worked with Union Settlement for 40 plus years, and earlier this month marked my 36th year with the firm, also designating the beginning of almost 4 decades of my personal and professional association with Union Settlement. In addition to our regular labor and employment law work with Union Settlement, we provided pro bono assistance with HR consultation and employee training. Jenna Rush, who retired from Union Settlement many years ago and now serves on the board of directors, at the time insisted that EBG be put on retainer for this work and informed me that, quote, the check is in the mail. Shortly thereafter, I received a check for $1. Rather than cash it, I proudly displayed the check on my bulletin board, and I am informed that for a period of time, the Union Settlement books remained unreconciled for that $1. Over the years, I've been impressed so very much with the services provided by Union Settlement to the residents of East Harlem, which have really made a difference in their lives and in the community and beyond. Each year at the Spring Benefit, I would listen to the very touching and moving accounts of the participants in the union settlement programs and the personal and professional satisfaction they have achieved. Of course, these milestones could not have been reached without the talent and hard work of the dedicated staff who make a difference in the lives of those they touch in this community. Let me conclude on behalf of EBG and myself by thanking Union Settlement again for the honor of being selected the recipient of the 2022 Law Firm Partner Award. Here's to the next 40 years. Thank you.
Well, our daughter just started in September of 2021, and she's in the Head Start Franklin Plaza. She's learning and progressing like sign language, ASL. I love how she picks up on that real quick.
It's really been like a growth for her. Before she started like going to Union Settlement, she didn't really have that much exposure like around kids. But like the whole Union Settlement program has helped her,
break out of
that.
Just overall, the employees there and the director and everybody, they are awesome and great.
From all the staff.
Every perspective way you could say.
Exactly. Say hi, Mama. How are you?
Say
Good. Say I'm good.
okay.
Yeah, sign your name, Mama.
Y A Z L E N E.
See?
I'm proud to join everyone at the Union Settlement for your annual spring benefit. Since 1895, you have served the Harlem community and made our city a better place for hardworking New Yorkers and their families. From early childhood development to business development to senior services, you are there for the people throughout the journey of life. As the second Black mayor of New York City, I salute your proud history of supporting the African American community in New York City. And thank you for uplifting all who call Harlem home. As we recover from COVID-19, I look forward to working with all of you to make sure our recovery is strong, swift, and equitable. On behalf of all New Yorkers, thank you for your idealism, dedication, and hard work.
Now, I'm proud to present our Corporate Partner Award to Avalon Bay Communities. Avalon Bay has been a strong supporter of Union Settlement in many ways by providing generous financial support, including 2 grants totaling $22,500 for our COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund at the onset of the pandemic, support of our special events, which includes tonight's event, as well as continuous support since 2017. In addition, Avalon Bay employees volunteered to call our homebound seniors throughout the pandemic to ensure that these seniors heard a friendly voice and had adequate access to food, as well as incredible participation in our 2019 and 2021 holiday drive, which provided over 2,000 toys and books for East Harlem children. We are proud to honor Avalon Bay Communities with this year's Corporate Partner Award. Please join me in welcoming John Vogel, Senior Vice President of Avalon Bay Communities, to accept the award.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. Avalon Bay is grateful to be the recipient of Union Settlement's Corporate Partner of the Year Award. It is such a great honor to be recognized by such an important community-based institution. Over the last almost 10 years, Avalon Bay has been pleased to support Union Settlement's work in the East Harlem community, ranging from early childhood education and youth services to support for seniors and everything in between. In addition to supporting the work financially, dozens of Avalon Bay associates have eagerly volunteered their time to further Union Settlement's mission. Even during the pandemic, Union Settlement was able to connect our associates with those in need. Many seniors were then feeling isolated and unsure how to navigate a new world of masks and vaccines and isolation. And Union Settlement creatively connected those in need of support, guidance, and comfort with associates at Avalon Bay who could lend a helping hand, including myself and my daughter. I would like to extend a big thank you to Union Settlement's leadership and for welcoming Avalon Bay into the fold. No gift is too small for staff to personally reach out and express the organization's heartfelt thanks. I would also like to recognize those at Avalon Bay who have led the way in our philanthropy work with Union Settlement and others. There are too many associates to name, but you know who you are, and the community that Union Settlement serves is better for your ideas, your commitment, and your Avalon Bay spirit of caring. And last but not least, I want to thank all of you for watching tonight and for participating. Working together with important service organizations like Union Settlement, we can make an incredible difference in the lives of so many of our fellow New Yorkers. Thank you again for this honor, and we look forward to working with Union Settlement for many years to come.
We are Mojo Desserts. This is America's first chocolate mousse bar, where my husband, a Belgian chef, makes artisanal chocolate mousses every day here. I love how Union Settlement, being together with the small business and seeing, how we can survive. Union Settlement joined forces with local churches to support Cash Mob. During the pandemic, they also were buying meals from us that we were delivering to hospitals in the area. Last year, they did the open street when they were supporting, the restaurants in my block and bringing live music and all the action, bringing people together. I don't know. I don't think we would even be here because I call it a load of love we got. Thank you, Union Settlement, for all the initiatives to keep small business alive. It is really our blessing to have such caring people behind this organization to make the difference in so many people's lives.
Oh, wow. Please join me in another round of applause for this year's Law Firm and Corporate Partner awardees. As I shared with you, Union Settlement is thrilled to welcome Jennifer Geiling as our new Chief Executive Officer. Jennifer has focused her career on empowering underrepresented communities and supporting nonprofit organizations that serve New York City's most vulnerable residents. In her previous role as Deputy Director at the Mayor's Office of Contract Services, Jennifer partnered with the city's nonprofit communities and minority and women-owned business enterprises to develop systemic changes that cultivated diversity and inclusion and fuel growth and sustainability. Jennifer also served as the founding Executive Director of the Mayor's Nonprofit Resiliency Committee and has guided the city's nonprofits during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're thrilled to have her, and I am pleased to welcome her.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Geiling, CEO and Executive Director of Union Settlement. It's an honor to be standing here today representing the rich legacy of Union Settlement and our extraordinary staff of more than 350. Thank you, Latifa, and thank you to the Union Settlement Board of Directors and the entire Union Settlement family for the very warm welcome. I also want to thank our generous donors, honorees, and all of you, our supporters and champions. 16 days ago, I officially joined the Union Settlement team, but I have collaborated closely with this exceptional organization for nearly 6 years. I will always be grateful for Dave's grounded and thoughtful partnership. Dave's advocacy for Union Settlement and East Harlem has been passionate and a catalyst for change across New York City's nonprofits and communities. Over the last 2 years, I have had the deep honor to partner closely with the wider Union Settlement team, working together in East Harlem to increase access to vaccines and health information. I saw firsthand the compassion and commitment of the Union Settlement staff. Day in and day out for the past 2 years, and for more than 127 years, Union Settlement has delivered essential services and served as a source of hope and a beacon of strength for East Harlem. I am truly humbled by the great privilege to join this Union Settlement family and contribute to its next chapter of growth. And tonight, I challenge us to begin envisioning the future. In a moment, we will share with you some of the forward-thinking opportunities that our team is talking about. We want to hear from you. We are bringing together voices across Union Settlement and East Harlem to establish a collective vision for the future and create new pathways to realize greater heights. I invite each of you to reach out directly to me. My email is in the chat, or give us a call. However you choose, I look forward to hearing from you, and please know that we will also share regular updates.
This is a great organization. I've been here for 13 years now. I've always said it's an honor to be in this role. So tell us a little bit, coming in, what are your goals, what are your aspirations, what are you looking to do?
I think in terms of where we're headed, there are really two things on my mind. First is an equitable recovery. And then beyond that, what does the future, the greater future look like? And people are talking about going back to normal. When will things be back to normal? In a Union Settlement, we're not talking about normal. I can see you shaking your head. We are going way past normal here. We are going to a new place. We are going to greater opportunity. We are going to think big and have big dreams. But how do we get there? We get there by having everybody involved in the conversation.
As I look at our early childhood education department, if a young person is under the weather, that they can still connect to us for story time in the morning through the technology that we've invested in our programs. Families have the opportunity to actually see what we're doing in the classroom in real time. From a youth services perspective, we look at our college readiness program that we've had since the 1960s, and we say, wait, we can take our kids anywhere in the country now. We can take them to any university, any college. We can have them connect with different admissions counselors. And as we prepare to open up one of our new buildings, Sendero Verde, how do we look at this almost as an educational complex for some of our young folks, right? How do we give them a college experience in a space that looks like a college?
This is the first week that we're returning to in-person services at our mental health department. And not only that, we're back in person providing services, but we're in a new location. Have a new location at Lexington Gardens. We had grand opening last week, and we started our services there on Monday of this week. But that said, one of the lessons that we learned in the pandemic is that some of our clients just prefer to do telehealth. It's more comfortable for them to stay at home in the privacy of their home. Adopting this hybrid model has really helped us meet the individual needs, and that's one of the things that we always focus on is being participant driven. Adult education, a lot of our participants have 1, 2, sometimes 3 jobs on top of taking care of children. So being able to do remote learning from home, it can help meet their needs.
I'd love to hear a little bit about what you're doing with older adults.
All of our senior centers are now open again. We have in-person services, but also continue to offer the hybrid model as well. The last program that I wanted to talk to you about, which is our Business Development Center. Everything from shifting models with our restaurants, the takeouts, and helping them with applicable permits, things like that. Having a team of experts that we were able to provide them with, the vast majority of those businesses are still open.
So I'd love to hear how you're looking at the community outreach team and all that it can do in furthering our mission and our vision.
We're very lucky recently to have joined us Isabella Breu, who, as you know, was a resident of East Harlem, and she's now leading our community outreach efforts directly, making sure that the services that we don't provide, we're able to refer our clients, really providing a safety net across agencies, not standing alone.
I know you have a really big vision for the organization, being our Chief Human Resources Officer.
We've enhanced a lot of our benefit offerings, opening up opportunities for staff to have dialogues with DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, as well as social justice causes. We increased the minimum wage within Union Settlement, which we're really, really proud and excited of. And we're looking for other opportunities to be able to do more in that realm.
So I have a question for you. As the main person at Union Settlement, how you plan to bring that spirit of collaboration to Union Settlement family?
I have always leaned into partnerships throughout my career. I founded a nonprofit and, of course, working in the city, and certainly coming here, leading Union Settlement. My vision is to bring together all the different voices as I've done throughout my career. And together, we come behind a collective vision for Union Settlement, for empowering East Harlem, and really creating spaces for leaders like yourself.
You know, really looking forward to seeing what you can do, because I have no doubt that you're going to take it much further and farther, and I'm looking forward to watching it happen.
You put the organization on really solid, stable footing and set very high expectations, and I'm delighted to be entering.
I'm sure you would see them, so no worries at all.
I work for youth services, kitchen aide, group leader, and a site supervisor. I started off as a summer youth participant for 3 years. Oh man, this brings me back to Sonny. Sonny was my first official boss for Rising Stars. Union Settlement actually helped me graduate it. Yes, I forgot all about that. It was a point in life where I was messing up in school. So what happened was, working in the summer, they was like, yeah, you can work here as long as you have your diploma or GED. I was like, oh, okay. So my prior boss, Sonny, he was like, yeah, as soon as you get your diploma, send it to me, you'll have a job. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna work towards that. And I graduated, I brought in my diploma, and I started on November 19, 2011. Look where I'm at now, I'm still here.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Deborah Roberts.
And I'm Al Roker. And we're delighted to salute all the great work that's being done by the Union Settlement in East Harlem.
Ever since I first reported on this organization for ABC News and the work that you were doing 1 year to make sure that needy families were able to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, I was really sold on all the work that you have been doing. And then I learned that you've been at it for 127 years, helping children and families and the elderly, anybody who needs help.
In fact, you guys are eligible to be on a Smucker's jar, so that's pretty cool. We know that you've been a vital lifeline to so many during the pandemic, and we wish you continued success in empowering the 10,000 East Harlem residents that you serve every year.
So we just want to thank you for all you do.
That's right, and hope that others will join us in helping you keep your mission going.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Jennifer and the executive team. We're so fortunate to have such strong and compassionate leaders. I'm excited to see all of the plans for the future come to life. Dave, thank you again for your 13 years of dedicated leadership. We will miss you and we wish you the very best. I hope you're all enjoying the program. We're here for many reasons tonight, one being raising funds for the organization. Every donation that we receive tonight will go towards programming, and we would love to have everyone contribute something, whether it's $5,000, $500, $50, or $5, every dollar counts. Simply click on Donate on the right side of your screen. Since 1895, Union Settlement has provided East Harlem residents with the vital education, wellness, and community building programs and services to support residents of all ages through our 7 program areas. Your support helps families and individuals like Anissa. In early childhood, we serve 600 children each year through our 6 child care Head Start centers and family child care networks. In youth services, we serve 2,000 youths aged 5 to 24 through different services, including after-school programs, summer programs, tutoring, college access services, many of which take place here at WHCC. Adult education provides 400 adults with basic education and high school equivalency preparation in English and Spanish and preparation for careers in healthcare. Senior Services serves 2,000 older adults in our 5 senior centers and naturally occurring retirement community by providing meals through Meals on Wheels, senior meal programs, as well as social activities. Mental Health Services provides 1,500 participants access to individual, group, and family counseling, and this need has just been astronomical during the pandemic. Through our Business Development Center, we help 800 small business owners and entrepreneurs grow and maintain their businesses. During the pandemic, we provided $4 million in grants to help maintain the economic vitality of East Harlem. Community and East Harlem are synonymous. Through community outreach, we serve 2,000 children, adolescents, and adults by providing access to cultural celebrations, community garden, census education and outreach, free tax preparation and helpline, to name a few. Our programs have helped thousands and thousands of individuals and families for the 127 years. I ask you to consider making a donation this evening to continue our legacy. Please click the donate button on the right of your screen. Thank you to everyone for your generosity. Your donations will immediately help Union Settlement participants.
They say, you speak very well English. Oh, thank you. But I recognize where is my mistake, but I try. I feel so happy. If I say good or if I say bad, I try. I taken an English class and they did good job here. My age is no easy. But I'm very interested in English for my appointment with my doctor, with the nurses. I don't understand nothing. Now I understand. I love you this place. I love you the old people working here, my teacher. After that, the people working in the office. They help me in everything. I love everybody working there.
Hello, I'm Robert Rodriguez, New York Secretary of State. New York State is grateful to Union Settlement for your longstanding commitment to the residents and businesses of East Harlem. The services and programs you provide are so critical to many families here in East Harlem. We are thankful for all that you do to make a difference in the lives of New Yorkers.
It takes a lot for us to start working on ourselves, but people actually realize that I'm actually changing to better myself, to not get stepped on, to basically be heard, because I was never heard before. Well, before I just used to basically sit in my room, cry it off, think about I wasn't worth it. Maybe if I wasn't to be here, it would be better. But as of right now, first thing I do is just take a deep breath, think about how I used to be before, and always remind myself my values, my worth, and always remember this is not who I want to be anymore. I want to be who I am today. It's not easy, and I'm still learning. I'm going day by day. I'm still growing at the end of the day. All I do is just think about how much I've overcame through the months of therapy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Eli Gross, Vice Chair of the Union Settlement Board of Directors, and I thank you for joining us this evening to celebrate the amazing mission and work of Union Settlement. A few weeks ago, I had the distinct pleasure of speaking with our honorees, Reggie Harwell and Pia Flanagan, about their involvement with Union Settlement and commitment to be of service to help others. Reggie and I joined the board around the same time, 17 years ago, and during that time, we have built a strong friendship as we worked side by side with the staff of Union Settlement to support and advance the mission of the organization. Reggie currently serves as Assistant Associate Vice President, Strategic Solutions and Business Development at Voya. He previously served as a financial wellness strategist at MassMutual, a manager in the financial education and wellness practice at PwC, and a financial advisor at Citi. We are also very pleased to honor Pia Flanagan, who is Chief Operating Officer of CEO Action for Racial Equity. In addition to supporting Reggie in his role as a board member, Pia regularly participates in Union Settlement events and initiatives. I really want to ask everybody to please join me in congratulating and thanking both Reggie and Pia. Congratulations. As all of our board meetings here, you can see that Reggie is dressed better than me. And I just point that out to everybody. That is a permanent state of affairs. Really proud to be honoring my friends. To kick it off, Reggie, it's been 17 plus years. Maybe let everyone know just how you became first involved with Union Settlement.
When I first came to New York, actually, I was working for a company that was really involved in making sure their employees were engaged in the community. They actually sponsored a nonprofit training workshop, so for a board service, and I attended that. At the end of the training, they normally match you with 3 organizations and let you choose which ones that you would like to participate in. For me, that match ended up being just one, and it was Union Settlement. And the primary reason was I made in no certain terms that the organization I wanted to be matched with was one that was really about the service in the community, that was really actually doing the work and was effective in doing the work.
As I look back on your 17 years, it's been amazing the number of hats that you've worn at Union Settlement, from serving as chairman, vice chair, I think you're treasurer at one point.
Actually, and I enjoyed it so much, I actually served as treasurer twice.
Once is never enough?
Exactly. Once is never enough.
As you think back on that history, just what keeps you engaged?
What's really kind of kept me engaged with the organization over the time is this kind of always feeling that initial honor to be a part of Union Settlement. So it wasn't just a fly-by-night thing. I just really felt honored when I got the call saying we're excited to welcome you to the board. You and others really recognized that I had a voice and could really add value to the organization. And so it really just kind of mentored me along. So individuals like yourself, Rob Quaitons, Kate Townsend, to name a few of the individuals that really supported me and pushed me forward to make sure that I was really engaged with the board overall.
Pia, you have your own service. Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm now on 2 boards, Springfield College here in Springfield, Massachusetts, as well as Health New England, which is a nonprofit insurer in Massachusetts where we have a huge focus on health equity and really the social determinants of health. And more recently, within the last 2 years, I stepped aside from my role as Chief of Staff to the CEO of MassMutual to join a Racial Equity Fellowship, CEO Action for Racial Equity. I serve as Chief Operating Officer of that fellowship. And so there is a lot of overlap between the work that I'm doing currently as well as the work that Reggie and you and others are doing within Union Settlement.
Are there experiences that you found kind of most rewarding from your board service?
Yeah, Eli, there's a couple actually. My most rewarding experience at Union Settlement was, when I was chair and being able to work with David Nocenti and being trusted by the board to go out with David and be the voice of the organization, to really get us out there and talk to different organizations and different groups about the value that Union Settlement does. I think what gives me most pride, though, is seeing where we've come from. When I see David's op-eds out in the community, when I see the mayor visiting the organization, Union Settlement is now one of the top organizations in New York City. So it really gives me a lot of pride that the public recognition that we're actually getting now.
Pia, is there an event or an activity that particularly stands out to you?
Attending the Ethnic Festival in East Harlem was probably one of the standout events. I had an opportunity to not only meet other board members, but more importantly, meet members of the East Harlem community that Union Settlement serves day in and day out. And so their enthusiasm for the organization, their appreciation for the staff at Union Settlement, the volunteers at Union Settlement, and also the board of directors.
It's a huge deal to be honored, and can't think of 2 people more deserving, Reggie, than you and Pia. And I think I couldn't have encapsulated better why you've been an outstanding board member, a great friend, and just a tremendous asset to Union Settlement. Congratulations on your honor. It's incredibly well-deserved, and thank you for everything.
Thank you to the board of directors of Union Settlement, the staff members, and all the participants, the community of East Harlem for really embracing us and allowing us to serve in so many great ways. We're so appreciative.
And we know that you could have chosen anyone to receive this honor. And we are so appreciative that you think enough of us and the work that we've done, not only for Union Settlement, but in our communities, that we are worthy of this honor. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
You see my beautiful butterfly ring that I made during art class. I made 2 of them, but I gave one of them away. A good life is being amongst people, laughing and cutting jokes and doing different activities. Now I play computer over there at Junior Settlement, and I get involved in different places, but in my neighborhood. And the idea is about this place. It kind of like gives you something to get yourself motivated. Do something looking forward to do every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am here. We have bingo, we go dancing, we go to City Island, we go to Walmart, and they have birthday party. Oh, yeah. We have a lot of fun. And they all seem to like me. I guess because I talk too much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Drew Warshaw, a member of Union Settlement's Board of Directors. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I joined the board because I was inspired by Union Settlement's unique, comprehensive approach to supporting more than 10,000 East Harlem residents every single year through a range of services that support the whole family, from birth to old age. We are able to do this work thanks to an incredibly dedicated staff and also because of our amazing and generous supporters. One such supporter is Andreas Drakopoulos, co-president of the Stavros Nirikos Foundation. It is more than worth noting that Andreas is not only generous with his resources, but he's generous with his heart and his mind. He and the incredible team at the Stavros Nirikos Foundation have not only become one of Union Settlement's largest supporters, but also one of our greatest thought partners, and we are deeply appreciative of that partnership. Dedicated to the work of philanthropy in both his public and private life, Andreas serves as a trustee with several organizations. We could not be prouder or more honored to celebrate him as one of our 2022 Spring Benefit honorees.
Andreas, it's great to be with you.
Great to be with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming up to East Harlem and to be with us at Union Settlement. Since 1996, you've committed more than $3.3 billion. You've supported the New York Public Library and its total overhaul and renovation. You've supported the new National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. And yet you found us here in East Harlem and have contributed nearly $1 million just in a few short years. How can you be in 135 countries across the world and have time and energy and scope to think about East Harlem and our community and our settlement house?
In the case of Union Settlement, it was a family connection that they actually brought us together, and we're very honored to have had this opportunity.
What are 1 or 2 things that you particularly notice about Union Settlement or like or have drawn you to the organization?
I think the main thing is the depth and the breadth of the services that it offers, from early childhood, for youth services, for adult education, for business law. I mean, everything. You are there as an integral part of the community. And I think COVID has exposed, as we were talking about before, so many weaknesses of our society. And at the same time brings to the surface the need for organizations like the Union Settlement to be there to help, especially in the underserved areas.
I grew up on East 96th Street, just a couple blocks from here. The disparities in life outcomes just 1 block north from that 96th Street divide are probably as stark as anywhere in New York City. How do you think about that?
I think, to put it bluntly, it shouldn't be. I think it's crazy in the 21st century. We talk about going to space and doing all this crazy stuff. And then, as you described, within neighborhoods, within certain blocks, life expectancy, I mean, it's just crazy. And it shouldn't be. So I think that's where it comes in, where the people who have the means should help. Philanthropy, in our view, is Does the project add value to society? And are the people running it committed, professional, ethical? And then our question becomes, why not? It's a great advantage that we have to be able to act fast and be flexible and be able to have an open mind in where we go and how we help.
We launched our first endowment. You helped jumpstart that. How important are these endowments for organizations like ours?
You're there every day. You don't have the luxury to sit back and wait, so you need operating funds. At the same time, I think it would help to slowly but steadily build an endowment. It gives you the ability to start making some strategic decisions for down the road. So it's a good mix. It helps you solidify your whole financial situation. It helps you strategize for the future. But I think people should start using the endowments for situations like with COVID, where you become more flexible and you use part of the endowment to fill in the gaps and to show the community that an endowment is not there to basically say we have a big endowment, but to actually serve the purpose. So my wish is for you as an organization to stay around, to be healthy, to have the human capital and the financial means. So that's my wish.
Well, with your support and others like it, we will.
Thanks.
So thank you.
Thank you.
That's great.
All of us at the Stavros Niarchos Foundation are really happy and honored to collaborate with Union Settlement and all the amazing work that it does. All of our grantees are our partners, and we couldn't have asked for a better partner than Union Settlement. We are so happy that we can help towards the amazing mission and vision it has, day in, day out, making sure that it adds all these services and offers all these services to the community. And we wish that it stays strong with human capital, with financial means, to be able to continue to do that for the next 100 years. Thank you.
Well, the person that's sitting next to me is my daughter Naya. She's 9 years old. She's gonna be 10 in 2 weeks. And she is a participant in the Union Settlement Program. She goes to the after school for Rising Stars.
I've made art pieces that I really love. And I remember one time we went to a water park and it was really fun.
The biggest impact that they've had on our lives is allowed me to be an independent single mother. I was able to have the support to continue to grow in my career, to dedicate time to receive promotions. So I think that's the biggest impact. It allowed me to definitely be a provider, a stronger provider, and an independent mom for my 2 kids.
I hope that just like me, you've been inspired and learned a little more about the people and programs that make Union Settlement and the East Harlem community such a special place. If you were inspired this evening, I ask that you consider making a gift to support this organization that means so much to so many. To make a donation, click the donate button on the right of your screen.
has been a joyous evening, and I thank you all so much for being with us tonight and supporting Union Settlement. Once again, congratulations and thank you to all of Union Settlement's generous honorees and donors, our significant champions and partners, our exceptional staff, amazing entertainers, and the vibrant East Harlem community. You can continue to make donations in support of Union Settlement's critical mission and our bright future through our website. I look forward to hearing from you and working with each and every one of you as we grow our mission in East Harlem. Thank you, and have a good evening.